Hi, YouTube. We're talking about Radiohead today. You saw the title. You know why you're here. You know why I'm here. We're ranking every Radiohead song. And by every, I mean all of the ones on Spotify except for a remix album, the King of Limbs remix album, and some remixes single that I didn't really feel like ranking, but we have 200 songs from Spotify and Pop is Dead. So 201 songs. Um, I felt it was only fair to include that. It's not on Spotify, but it's still a Radiohead song, and it's a notoriously bad one, so it's funny to, you know, shit on. To keep us company, I have brought along my friend Radiohead Kid A Amnesia vinyl. And if you could see the shelf above this one, you would see that there's about 5 to 7 Radiohead albums up there. So it's that time of the year where the skies are gray and it rains and it sucks outside. There's a little patch of sun right now, and I'm going to take advantage of that patch of sun to talk about Radiohead. So I made a Spotify playlist with all 200 songs. I'm going to post it for you in the description. So if you want to see my ranking, you can look at that. Don't spoil it for yourself. Here is all 201 Radiohead songs ranked. As a joke, I was going to put Pop is Dead in the last place because it seems like the obvious populist answer of like, that's the most hated Radiohead song. But I just listened to it and it kind of goes harder than quite a few other Radiohead songs. So now I'm met with a bit of indecision on where exactly Pop is Dead belongs in the ranking. It doesn't belong very high because it's kind of catchy, it's kind of fun, but it's low in my ranking. There are so many Radiohead songs that are amazing, and Pop is Dead is a fine song. It's kind of catchy, it's kind of tacky. I mean, it's 90s alt rock. What do you expect? So I'm going to continue with my Spotify playlist, and Pop is Dead is in there somewhere. It's Pop is Dead. I don't feel like ranking it. Maybe it's number 1. So I just did about half the list, and then didn't really like how I was doing it, so I'm going to do it again, and you're seeing that. So coming in at last place is Stop Whispering. Song doesn't really do anything for me. It's long and it drags on. Yeah, it's 5.5 minutes, and it's kind of boring to me. Coke Babies, Thinking About You, Faithless the Wonder Boy, Lurgy, Prove Yourself drill version. Inside My Head, that song's edgy. It's got like a silly little punk thing going on, kind of. I Can't, Climbing Up the Walls, Fila Brazilla mix. It's like a dub version of Climbing Up the Walls, and it's also 6.5 minutes long, and it also doesn't really do much for me. Vegetable, Ripcord, Lewis, Mistreated. That song's fine, but the way they go, Lewis, I don't know. I don't like it. It doesn't sit right with me. Hunting Bears. I went to a pizza place once that was playing Hunting Bears. And if you don't remember what that song is, it's the 2 minutes of like one electric guitar just going bow down bow bow. So fuck it. Planet Telex Karma Sun Ra mix. It's like a Indian classical kind of Carnatic version of the of Planet Telex, but not in like an interest, not in a, but not in a super interesting way. It's just kind of got like some sitars and stuff. Stupid Car, You drill version, You. I think that song's in a fun little time signature, but whatever. Thinking About You, that's a chill song. It's just like guitar. It's like Tom singing and playing guitar. And I don't know, I kind of have a soft spot for those, but there are way better ones. Remixomatosis, Christian Vogel remix. The vocals are chopped up in a really weird way in this song where they're like sped up and slowed down, and it doesn't really work for me. Killer Cars, Million Dollar Question. Both of those songs are bangers. Killer Cars kind of sounds like Drunk Driver's Killer Whales. I wonder if that's the little intro. And compare that to you kind of it's I think it might even be the same key. Anyway, car seat headrest. Shout out Will Toledo. I almost saw him live once, but he had a stomach bug. So if you're watching this, Will, I don't think my friends ever paid me back for those tickets. So I'm pissed. Don't get a stomach bug again. And Million Dollar Question just kind of fucks. Climbing Up the Walls 07 mix. Killer Cars Mogadon version. Planet Telex LFO DJ mix. That one's weird, right? I mean, it's interesting, but it's whatever. Planet Telex again. This is the hexadecimal mix. The Amazing Sounds of Orgy. How Can You Be Sure? Molasses. Molasses is like funny. It's got a funny little thing going on. It's kind of silly sounding. I like it. Fast Track, Where Bluebirds Fly. That's another weird little electronic ditty. Now we've got a little run. Untitled V3, Untitled V2, Untitled V1, and Untitled. Those are kind of ambience tracks from the Kid A stuff or this. They're cool, they're whatever. They sound cool, but they're not really like songs in the traditional sense. Like, I don't really want to go listen to them, but they're cool in the experience of the album. So, whatever. I'm a Wicked Child. That has like a harmonica going on in the background. It's kind of like a bluesy thing. It's kind of funny. Pyramid Strings. I mean, it's beautiful, but it's better in Pyramid Song. It's just like a string arrangement without the rest of the song. So it's again from this, it's just like a stem they exported and said, yeah, fuck it. This is a track. But I'm glad they did. It's kind of cool. Alt Fast Track, Blowout. Blowout goes hard. I like that song. Yeah, I don't know. It kind of rips. I like it. Polk Pole Revolving Doors. That song is weird, but I fuck with it. I Am Citizen Insane. How Do You? Blowout Remix. I think that one's better than the other Blowout, but it's still the same song. It's just like a little better. Skitterbrain Fortet Remix. Morning Bell in the Dark version is like if you took the Amnesiac version of the Kid A song and made it even more evil. And I like the Kid A one the best. Sorry, spoilers. I Will. That's probably going to piss someone off. I like the song, but there's a better version. Paper Bag Writer, I Promise. I Promise is our lowest OK Computer song. Doesn't do much for me. It's just kind of like it's whatever. But it's still off of OK Computer, still good. It just doesn't do much for me. Then we have Morning Bell, Amnesiac. It's too evil sounding, and it kind of harshes my vibe. I like the song in theory, but it's just too evil sounding. Lull, I think is boring. I don't really remember. Fog, again. How I Made My Millions. I like a little like cassette recorder sort of Tom lo-fi thing. It's cool. It's whatever. And then here's a song that rips. Anyone Can Play Guitar. I mean, famously done the Beach House performance. Fat, Ugly, Dead. It goes. I like it. I like that song. I'm not even ashamed to admit it. It's just like, it's kind of a banger. It's not like a beautiful song. It's not a super well written song, but it's fun. I like it. It makes me happy. I think it's a good song. Bones, that's some Ben's representation down here. But I mean, at this point in the list, pretty much everything is good. I mean, the only stuff that's bad is like the stuff way at the bottom. It's just like boring. Um, so yeah, Bones. Yes, I Am, which is a Creep B side. And it sounds like a Wilco song, kind of. It's got that like, you're around the campfire kind of thing. I like it. Tree Fingers Extended. It's pretty. It's Tree Fingers. Whatever. You never wash up after yourself. Love a um, guitar, little guitar happening there. Mark one, and then How to Disappear into Strings. Like with pyramid strings, it's missing the rest of the track. It's just like a stem on its own. It's still very pretty. It's cool to hear what they're doing. But it's interesting as like a sort of an artsy perspective. I don't listen to it as a song. And a Mark two, and then Banana Co. I think that was a B side to Pop is Dead or the other way around. That's also gonna piss someone off that I put like Banana Co. above something from OK Computer. But I kind of like it. I don't know why, but something about it works for me. I can't explain it. Um, it's kind of campfirey. I could sit around a campfire and go, "Oh, banana," that kind of thing. Last Flowers, Lozenge of Love. I think that's a cool song. I like the weird guitar thing with the vocals, but there's not like a lot in it. It's just like it's got one thing and I like it. Tree Fingers, it's cool. It's ambient music. I rock with it. Dollars and Cents, that's going to make some people mad. I know people love Dollars and Cents. At least some, I think they do. Some people do, probably. Anyway, Dollars and Cents. Shout out Dollars and Cents. Wouldn't it be like pounds and pence or something? Because they're. Ah. The Gloaming, Polk Pole, True Love Waits version. Then Sulk, The Gloaming 33.3333333 remix. Dollars and Cents live. It's better because it's live, I guess. Meeting in the Aisle. That song is weird. It's silly. And then like next I have Nice Dream and Street Spirit Fade Out, which like it feels wrong to put them this low because they're really good songs, but they have so many really good songs. These are my Twisted Words, Bishop's Robes, Electioneering. I know that is going to make people mad. I know I've said that, but that one, when I was making the list, I was like, this isn't right. I mean, it's a good song. It doesn't do as much for me as like a lot of the other Radiohead stuff. I'm sorry, it just doesn't. Still good. And then here's the kicker right above Electioneering is Creep. I think Creep is a fantastic song, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. I think Creep goes, and I mean, Thom's vocal performance on it is like really good. He's got a ripping vocal performance. Like if you listen to Creep outside of the meme, if you like purify your mental just for a minute just to listen to Creep, it's a good song. It's like a really good 90s alt rock song. They have better songs. It's not like a masterpiece, but for what it is, I think it totally works. So Creep, it's a pretty good song. Um, I'm also a weirdo. I'm a creep. All that. The Bends, Bulletproof. I wish I was. Sit Down, Stand Up. I Might Be Wrong. Cut Tooth. Then You and Whose Army, which that's a song where half of it is kind of whatever, and then half of it like it hits. So it's kind of I don't know. The last half is like it definitely bumps it up, but the first half kind of brings it down. Unless I'm depressed, in which I will listen to the first half and like sob or something. Feral, I Might Be Wrong, live. 4 Minute Warning, Worrywart. Worrywart's really cool, I think. I like that song, yeah. Packed like sardines in a crushed tin box. Down is the New Up, The Butcher, Backdrifts, Fog, again version, We Suck Young Blood, and then Pearly, and a reminder, both of those are like OK Computer singles, like B-side sort of singles. The Trickster, India Rubber, Harry Patch, In Memory Of, and then Polyethylene Parts 1 and 2. I really like that song. Polyethylene kind of bangs, I'm going to be honest. It's just a banger. Desert Island Disc, Lift, then Follow Me Around, shout out. The Tourist, we got some more OK Computer stuff going on around here. Staircase is a like King of Limbs era single, I think. Talk show host, the Nelly Hooper mix. That song gets bonus points for being in the 1990s Romeo and Juliet. I mean, fucking, that's awesome, you know? It's got Radiohead in it. So both of those get bumped up for their relationship. Then Separator, I Want None of This, Fog, Little by Little. We're seeing quite a bit of King of Limbs stuff around here. I really like that album, I'm going to be honest. I think it's awesome. I know a lot of people don't. I really like it. I think it's cool. It's very trancey. And short enough that like all the songs are cool in their own way. It doesn't drag on, and the songs each do something kind of interesting, so I like it. Then High and Dry, that's a sobber, you know, that's a classic. Don't Leave Me High, Don't Leave Me Dry. I almost feel bad for putting it this low, but I mean, there's so many good songs, so you can't hate me for that. Then Gagging Order, Like Spinning Plates, I Will, the return of I Will. This is the Los Angeles version, which has drums in the beginning, and it goes so much harder. I don't know why. Like, the other I Will I might listen to when I'm like really sad, and this I Will I could put on and like sweep. So, plus for sweeping music, because I want to sweep more than I want to cry. And I like that. Lotus Flower, more King of Limbs, still silly, still crazy, still awesome, still King of Limbs. Melatonin, My Iron Lung, that song rips. The riff, they've got some rippers in there, and My Iron Lung is one of them. And so is the next up song, which is Maquiladora. Maquiladora. That song rips as well. As far as I can tell, it's just a song about driving around and having a good time. And it reflects that. It's like kind of, I mean, it's not a highbrow song necessarily, but it's got that little thing that goes so awesome. I like it a lot. It's just like a fun song. Then Talk Show Host, Ill Wind, Punch Drunk Love Sick, Sing Along. That's a tongue twister for me. Climbing Up the Walls, Tinker, Tailor, Soldier, Sailor, Rich Man, Poor Man. I think that's the whole title. I like that song. I like the drums, the weird kind of thing. I don't know. It's kind of cool. It's weird. Transatlantic Drawl, that song is awesome as well. It starts off with like, it's like the more modern form of a Radiohead banger. It's like, it goes in. It's like one of the most aggressive Radiohead songs. And then halfway through the song, it does this, which is awesome. How sick is that? Yeah, I don't know. It goes from like hard to depression. It's sick. Just the bends. It's such a good song. That intro riff is so good. Whenever anyone causes a problem for themselves, I just sing to myself, "You did it to yourself. You did." I'm not a singer, but you get it. Scatterbrain. I like that song a lot. I like the reverb tail on Thom's vocals, the way it like cuts off when he goes scatter. Anyway, I think that's cool. Present Tense, that song's cool. It's just kind of a chill little jam, kind of campfire vibes. Planet Telex rips. That intro, that piano intro thing. I think they were making that towards the like towards the end of making the bends, like closer to OK Computer, which is why it sounds like that. Why is I don't know. It's awesome. I like it. Optimistic, Permanent Daylight, Lucky, Airbag. Somebody's gonna be mad that I didn't put Airbag higher. That song does go hard though. I mean, the riff is iconic. It's the opening thing to OK Computer, so it's good. Then Black Star also rips. That song is awesome. Uh, it just goes. I don't know. I can't say anything else about it. Fitter Happier. Uh, I'm so pretentious and I'm so annoying that I'm gonna say this. I like Fitter Happier more as a piece of poetry, kind of, than a song. I don't know. I think it's a cool vibe, and I like it as a part of the album. I also like the fact that, holy fuck, I'm annoying. I also like that the piano in the background was like recorded by Tom while he was, I think, absolutely smashed. It was like recorded on one of the mini discs or something. Then House of Cards, a little bit of In Rainbows. Is that the bottom of In Rainbows? I like that song, but it's not my favorite off of In Rainbows. I mean, it's In Rainbows. It's fantastic. It's an amazing album. I think there are better songs. Let Down. That song is really good. It's Let Down. It goes hard. It's a sobber. It's a banger. Whatever. Um, there is a version of it off of the album Radio Dread, which is a reggae version of OK Computer. Um, and it has on that song the singer from Toots and the Maytals, so Toots, right? I think. And it goes incredibly hard. Like it is awesome. It works so well. You never would have expected it was a Radiohead song if you didn't know it was a Radiohead song when you heard the reggae cover. So go listen to that. I would put that probably above Let Down on this list, but this is Radiohead. Radiohead recordings of Radiohead songs only. Where I End and You Begin, Burn the Witch, Faustarp, In Limbo, Super Collider. I think Super Collider is a. Shut up. I think it's a B side from. It's like King of Limbs era. Yeah, okay. And it's cool. It's kind of neat. It's electronic. It's kind of dancey almost, and I like that. Then Up on the Ladder. I don't remember anything about this song except that I liked it when I was making the list. Then Give Up the Ghost. This is more King of Limbs favoritism. I think that song is gorgeous. I learned it on the guitar. I tried to get people to sing it with me. I wanted somebody to do the little backing line, but no one would. But that song's really good. The Daily Mail, that's another King of Limbs era sort of B-side thing. And it's good. It's good. It's some little piano. Then we got a banger, two in a row. National Anthem live in France and the National Anthem. That song is awesome. That goes so hard. The bass line. Yeah, it rips. Everything in its rice. Everything in its rice place. Everything in its right place live in France. Then Reckoner. Then Everything in Its Right Place. For that, I like the synths in the original more. Yeah, that song is cool though. I like the weird vocal effects. And Yesterday I Woke Up Sucking on a Lemon. Subterranean Homesick Alien. That song is cool, and it also sounds a lot like some Nick Drake song, and I can't remember which one it sounds like. Listen to that, and then yeah, I like the Nick Drake song a lot as well, and I lost my place in my list. Kid A from Kid A by the band Kid A by the band Radiohead. Um, then If You Say the Word, shout out. Morning Mr. Magpie, more King of Limbs. Then Kinetic, which is a really cool song. It has this weird vocal sample loopy thing. It's like an Amnesiac B-side. Anyway, that song is cool. Go to Sleep, that's Hail to the Thief. That song is cool. I like the guitar riff. I like it. Then Palo Alto, which is another B side to OK Computer. That song rips, that song bangs, that song slams, it slaps, everything. A lot of violence that song is like enacting. But it's awesome. I love the little I'm okay. How are you? Thanks for asking. Thanks for asking. That gets stuck in my head all the time. Honestly, a lot of these songs I just placed higher if they stuck in my head because it's like if a song's got a really catchy little thing, I'll I'll move it up because every time I see it, I'm like, oh, that song goes. I need to put it up a little. Next up, here's the classic. Here's one that's gonna get me hate. No surprises. All the way down here. I'm sorry. It's no surprises. It's great. It's classic. No alarms, no surprises, please. It's a sad one. It's a little bit of a sob banger. Used to listen to it in Discord calls with my buddies all the time. Then Glass Eyes, little moon shaped pool, little sad, kind of little chill sad vibes banger. Little crying, little sobbing kind of thing. Whatever. He rocks with it. Exit music for a film. Oh my god, that song goes. The I don't know what else to call it besides a drop, but you know what I mean. The drop. It's like the you're driving your car and that comes on and you just drive off the road as soon as that comes on. Or you put the throttle all the way down and like ram into another car. Nothing matters when you're listening to exit music for a film. Not necessarily in like a depression way. Maybe more of a. It just goes. It's just awesome. It rips. It rocks. It rules. Morning Bell live in Oxford, and then Morning Bell. Both good songs. Both I like the little drum beat. I don't know. I like it. I like Morning Bell, and I like it quite a bit more than the Amnesiac version. It's good. It's cool. Next up is Fake Plastic Trees. That's a classic. That's a song you cry to. I don't need to say anything more. It's Fake Plastic Trees. Next up is Codex. That's kind of another sobbing, crying song, perhaps. One of those very chill, it's piano kind of things. That song is a stunner. Those horn arrangements are gorgeous. Like on the latter half, it's really pretty. That song is really pretty. A punch up at a wedding, that song is awesome. That song goes so hard. Um, that dun, 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 dun. I love it. I don't know. And yeah, it's really good. It's good. And then Spectre, which I'm pretty sure they made for the James Bond movie. That's another stunner. It's got those strings. It's really pretty. Yeah, I don't listen to it like ever because I just don't remember that it exists because it's a weird B side between like King of Limbs and Moonshaped Pool. So I never think about it. Maybe it's newer than that. I don't know. Anyway, it's awesome. Good song. Next up, here's a joke. What do you say when you drop a collection of things that are used for some other thing on the ground and there's a little bump in it? Ident a kit. It's Identikit. That song is pretty good. It starts kind of slow. It's kind of a slow burn for me. The first part doesn't do a whole lot. Like I really like it, but it totally redeems itself in the latter half with that guitar delay effect. It's so cool. I don't know. It just builds up to that and makes it really worth. And I like that. I really like that song. Like Spinning Plates, the Why Us version. That song is really cool. I like it more than the Amnesiac version, the Kid A version. It's the Kid A version. I like it more than that. I like that there's piano in it. Yeah. Mixomatosis, that song bangs. That song bangs so hard. That bass line is awesome. The drums are awesome. The vocals are awesome. It's like that. It's the Hail to the Thief thing. You know, it's awesome. It's a great song. Sail to the Moon, another Hail to the Thief song. Absolute opposite side of the spectrum. I mean, this song is another stunner. It's really pretty, and it's got a weird time signature going on. I think there's a video by David Bennett Piano about it that I watched that's pretty good, so go check that out. I'll put a link. Then this is gonna make someone mad. Karma Police, all the way down here. We still have a lot of songs to go, and I'm putting Karma Police down here. It's a really good song. I mean, for a minute there, I lost myself. That like, whew. Um, but overall, it doesn't do as much for me as other songs. I've also heard OK Computer so much that the songs don't have the same impact that they used to. Um, and I think there are just other Radiohead songs that I put above it. Sorry. Then 2 plus 2 equals 5, Live at Earl's Court, and 2 plus 2 equals 5. I really like that song. I think it's cool. I like to sing it in the car, and get weird looks from people. Yeah, it's cool. I like the drum machine, the and the I just like how it builds up to that like explosive thing. It's a 1984 reference. 1984, George Orwell. And then my favorite version of like spinning plates, the live one from I Might Be Wrong. That song is incredible. I mean, the vocal performance is like, holy shit. Yeah, chills, crazy, silly. Absolutely shitting myself at that. Next up, you're gonna hate me for this. Rain down, rain down, come on, rain down on me. From a great height, from a great height, Not warmed up. Paranoid Android. I love that song. It's really good, but I think with a lot of OK Computer stuff, like, it's excellent. It was incredible for the time. It's still incredible, but they've just done more interesting stuff as a band. Like that's, I mean, I don't know. Sorry, I love that song, but I think they have better songs. So, True Love Waits. This is the Moonshaped Pool version. That's a sobber. I don't need to say anything else about it. It's like the most depressing song by those guys. There was that data-driven depression thing. Put a picture up. Somebody like statistically analyzed all the songs to see which one was the most depressing, and it was this one. True Love Waits off of Moonshaped Pool. Whew, man. Knives Out. I really like that song. I really like Knives Out. It's simple. I mean, it's just like a good one. It's got that guitar. I like the melody. It's just like nice. Everything about it really works, and it's just solid. Then some more Moonshaped Pool with Daydreaming and Dex Dark. I like those songs for different reasons. They're kind of also at opposite ends of the spectrum for that album. Dex Dark is very cool and weird and kind of chill. And then Daydreaming is a song I've probably cried to. Bangers and Mash is fucking awesome. Another song that rips. Thom Yorke plays drums on it. I watched a video of him playing it live, and all the comments were like, why is he doing that? Does he have to play the drums too? Oh, I hate him. I just can't stand him. So I wonder why he doesn't play the drums anymore. You fucking assholes. Get away from my Tom. If you're watching this, Tom, I'm sorry. I like it when you play the drums. Oh, good times. Then The Numbers, another Moon-Shaped Pool number. I like that song. I like this part. Oh my god, I mean, I can't play you the whole thing because I don't want to get copyrighted, but trust me that it sounds incredible. Pyramid Song, It's fucking pyramid song. I don't know. I don't know what else to say about it. I mean, it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's super pretty. It's got the thing with the piano. It's got the drums. It builds up. It's got the strings. It's got the vocals. There was a mission in Cyberpunk 2077 based off of it, and I like that mission. It was about scuba diving. Anyway, so here it is. We're down to the top 20. That's exciting. All I Need, I mean, come on. I love that song. Like the bass, the just everything about it. I love the bass line though, and I think the chord progression is cool. And I also like the lyrics. I fucks with the lyrics on that song quite a bit. Kind of a sober kind of um full stop. Full stop is a banger. Another banger. I like to drive around fast to that song. It's just another one of those, like, it builds up and it's a good time. And I like that, like, thing with the bass line. I don't know. It just works. It does it for me. We have A Wolf at the Door. That song is cool. Thom Yorke's kind of rapping on it a little bit. Flan in the Face. It's good. It's good. Then Bloom, which is a really cool song. I would argue that the From the Basement performance is a better version of it, but it's still really cool. It just builds. It's a nice texture. I just like it. It's like these layers of percussion, all the little elements. It's very. I don't know. There's a lot there. It's a dense song, and I like it. I really like it. Next up, we have There There, which was written on one of these. The percussion track was written by Thom Yorke on a Yamaha QI70. So, I don't know. Shame on me for knowing that. Shame on me for having one. And that camera's about to die too, so. Are you hungry? Are you hungry? You want a snack? There There is awesome though. That song is cool. I like it. I like it a lot. Next up is Videotape and Vox. If you're watching this, the YouTube channel Vox, the news thing, you guys. The piano isn't like offbeat or anything. The rhythm is pretty normal. Um, it's a normal rhythm. They had a version that was kind of a weird rhythm, but this version is normal. It's bum 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 1 2 3 4. Fight me on it. The rhythm is how I feel it. When I listen to it, I feel it that way. That means it's how the rhythm is. If I play it, I play it that way. Um, Stop confusing people. Um, Videotape is a gorgeous song though. Next up is Man o' War, which is incredible. I love the little synth line that doubles the guitar. Um, I don't know. It's one of those songs. Like, it's kind of simple, but it just works for me. It really works for me. And now we have Body Snatchers. So we're really getting into In Rainbow's territory. I don't know what to say about this song, but it's really good. I don't know. It's like Radiohead going back to just making like a ripping banger. It's a banger. Now at number 12, Life in a Glass House. Um, I think that's sort of a sleeper pick, an underdog pick. One of my favorite Radiohead songs, though, I mean, at number 12, clearly it's one of my favorites. But I think the fusion of the like New Orleans jazz with Radiohead is like it's like nothing else. I mean, it's really one of the most like unique songs I've heard. Yeah, I think it's incredible. And not even just for being unique. I just think it's like its execution is really, really just excellent. And I'm gonna just keep going with Life in a Glass House. My number 11 pick is also Life in a Glass House, except this is the extended version. The extended version has another 30 seconds, maybe to a minute, of just the piano with the horn section sort of soloing over it, and I think it's incredible. I think it adds to the song. I like that it's a little longer because I like jazz and I like the sort of New Orleans stuff, and I think it's awesome. I think it's really cool. I've said that so much. It's good. At number 10, we have a real winner. We have a star, known by Faster Johnny, known by Ice Age Comin'. It's everything all of the time. It's Idiotech. It's a classic. I mean, come on. That song. That song. That song. What is there to say about it? Everything. It's Idiotech. Fun fact, Idiotech samples a song by Paul Lansky called
Mild und leise.
Or translating from German to English, Mild and Quiet. It's from 1973 and it's a almost 20-minute long piece of computer music from 1973. It was programmed on a large synthesizer at a university, and I recall reading that to hear the song, the computer would have to export the music to a little data cassette that they would then take to the other side of the lab, and play on some machine there. So that's cool. It's a neat song. Very, very different than Radiohead, but yeah, fun fact. All right, number nine. Number nine. How fine is number nine? Number nine is as fine as True Love Waits live in Oslo. So this is the version of True Love Waits from like 2000, 2001. That's just Thom Yorke with an acoustic guitar. And of all the ones that are just Thom Yorke with an acoustic guitar, this is the one. It's like the sad acoustic guitar song. I mean, come on. I had to put it in the top 10. And I think it deserves that spot. It's a sad song. And arguably the Moonshaped Pool version is sadder, but I prefer this version. And I think this version, it's like the quintessential Thom Yorke sad guitar song. Next up, at number 8, a song that I just cannot hate is Go Slowly off of In Rainbow's Disc 2. It's kind of a simple song. It's a very slow song. But it's just very, very pretty. It's another stunner. I mean, it's just like I sat down, I listened to it in front of my big stereo. I was like, wow, man, does it just work? So, yeah, Go Slowly is really pretty. Listen to it if you haven't. I forget it exists because I forget disc 2 of In Rainbows exists mostly, except for Bangers and Mash. Number 7. So something fun about number 7. If you take 7, multiply it by 2 and add 1, that's 15. 15 why? 15 Step is my number 7 song. The drum programming on the intro, oh, it charms me. It steals my heart. And the vocals over the drums, it works so well. Just the two elements. And then when the guitars come in, oh, and then when the acoustic drums come in, oh, I mean, it's just like, it's just thing after thing. I almost felt like I had to put it higher, but I mean, 7 is high enough. 7 is pretty high. Now for number 6, of all my picks, I chose Jigsaw Falling Into Place. It's a fine song. It's pretty good. I mean, it's got the little guitar and it's got the, it kind of builds up and it's kind of like got this explosive, like climactic, kind of crazy, silly, awesome kind of, I don't know, it's whatever. It's a pretty song. I like it. For number 5, one of my favorite, one of my favorite Radiohead songs, Motion Picture Soundtrack. Oh boy. Talk about depression. Talk about a gut punch of a song. I mean, I don't know. That's one of those. That's one of those ones. When people talk about Radiohead being like the depression band, Motion Picture Soundtrack. God damn. I love the pump organ. I think that's like such a cool choice for that song. I love the harps. It's so strange. It's like heavenly. It's just a cool choice. It's a good song. It also sounds great just played on a guitar. Like I pick up my guitar and I play it sometimes. It's fun to play. And I sob. At number 4, I have a song for you. How to Disappear Completely. I mean, if you're depressed, this is it. This is the song right here. there's so much going on. And it's such a subtle song in a really beautiful way. And you've got the bass line, the bum 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 bum, just repeating with the different guitar chords over it. I think that alone is just brilliant. And then the string line, the like string line over the top, just that little dissonant, those like few notes that just build kind of just above you in the mix. I think it actually is an on Martineau, but anyway, that little dissonance and the glissando guitar. Oh my god! I mean, it's beautiful. It's. I'm not here. This isn't happening. Come on. I don't know. This is almost number one. It really is. Good songs don't grow on trees, but good songs do come in at number three. Idioteque live in Oxford. I put this quite a bit above the other Idioteque, and this is the only song with 2 spots in the top 10. So, in a way, maybe it is the best Radiohead song, but I mean, the live versions of this song are incredible. When they are incredible, when they work, when the drum machine doesn't give up, when the band doesn't get out of sync, when it works, oh my god. I mean, the like you can tell Thom loves doing this song. When the drums come in, the original Idioteque came in at number 10 on this list. And this is coming in at number 3 for my best Radiohead songs. So I really like it. I clearly like the song. I think the original is good. I think the original is excellent even. But the energy of the live version is just unmatched. It's faster. Thom's vocals are so much more like raw and impassioned. You can like hear him fucking bouncing up and down and doing the little like, yeah, he's doing that. Phil's drums when they come in, they're just so much like punch behind them. And I know I think I said True Love Waits is like a punch in the gut kind of song. This song is like a slap in the face and drugs, and it makes you feel incredible. Yeah, this song is everything to me. I love it. Coming in at number 2, I've spent far too much time doing this list. So for my number 2 spot is a song with 2 titles, Weird Fishes / Arpeggi. I mean, talk about a Radiohead song. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful. I mean, just the little 4-chord arpeggio is so nice, and the way the guitars layer. If you have time, sit down with headphones or sit down in front of a stereo. Just try and listen to all the different elements of the mix, and it will blow your mind at how good that song sounds. Everything is like perfectly positioned, and it builds and builds and on just a simple 4-chord structure, and then it drops and it feels like falling into the ocean. Weird fishes, you get eaten by the worms. It all works with the lyrics and stuff. It feels like you're getting dunked underwater, and it has this beautiful arpeggio, and it builds up back again, and then the payoff at the end of the song. I hit the bottom, escape. That's so good. I love it. I love it. It's like it's a perfect song. I actually recreated the whole instrumental on this little guy. I programmed the whole thing in MIDI, so I love that song. I also learned it on guitar, so shame on me. Give me money so I can buy a camera that doesn't shut off. Please give me money so I can buy a camera that doesn't just shut off while I'm trying to film my Radiohead video. Finally, last but certainly not least is Nude off of In Rainbows. What a song. If Nude was a dish at a restaurant and it was served to me, I would get up and I would run into the kitchen, and I would embrace the chef and give him a big wet kiss on the lips. I mean, what a song. It's like, it's like licking your fingers. It's taking the plate and, licking the whole thing to get every last little bit of it. Gorgeous, gorgeous song. I don't know if you knew this, but the intro is just the ending of the song reversed. I didn't notice that for a very long time until I watched a YouTube video where they played the intro and then played the outro and then reversed the outro, and it was also the intro. And it works perfectly. Nude was also one of those songs that they were working on for like 10 years. There's recordings of it from the 90s where it's called Big Ideas, and that song still is incredible. I'm so glad they waited though, because my god, Nude is excellent. Um, Everything about it is so beautiful. I mean, the intro is the ending reversed. That's such a nice detail. I never noticed that. The little guitar, it sounds like a spring reverb kind of thing. The little I don't know how to explain it, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. And it's perfect. Um, that's my number one pick. Best Radiohead song is Nude. It's also a sobber. That's a crying and sobbing and throwing up and shitting and like rolling on the floor, pissing your pants and just like sobbing and losing it and crying kind of song. And I love it. I think it's beautiful. If you have time, like with Weird Fishes, stereo or headphones, sit down, eyes closed, just listen to the whole thing. Pick out all the little details. I mean, come on. That took me so very long to film. Hey, thanks for making it to the end of the video. That was my list. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you think I was objectively correct? Because I am. So disagree with me in the comments. Yell at me. Tell me what I did wrong. But don't be too mean because, I'm still a little dude. Yeah, let me know what you think. When they release that new album, I'll rank that too, if they ever do. So, yeah, shout out to Radiohead. If you want to subscribe. It means a lot to me. I really appreciate it. Like every time I get a little subscription notification, I go like, oh, fuck yes. Let's go, another subscriber. If you want to leave a comment, that is great. And it helps me when you leave a comment. It drives up interaction. But it also makes me happy because I like to read comments. I like to see what people have to say about my videos. And I want you to have a parasocial relationship with me. I'm Max Van Landingham. Stream my music. It's on Spotify. I just released a new album. It's nothing like Radiohead, I promise. Yeah, I don't know. I've been this guy. Do you like my outfit?